All right, back to back on them fucking hoes, but this is the fucking banger right here. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a machine, a magic machine that was created by a white man, only for a white man, to spit out the bullshit propaganda that it's spitting out now. Everything since Birth of a Nation, which set the foundation for bigotry, prejudice, racism, pretty much giving men, white men specifically, the blueprints how to be racist, how to attack black people, and just be the most horrible human beings on the planet. Gave them a rite of passage to feel that way and feel justified. Fast forward, Hollywood needs to be established. So the first movie for that is The Wizard of Oz. There's this mysterious man behind the machine that manipulates everything. Whenever he wants to be changed, it changes. So that had to be established to establish Hollywood, the concept of Hollywood. Now, any powerful director, Scorsese, Weinstein, Nolan, all those guys, they're white men and they know how to use this machine. They're the ones that are Oz's behind the machine, using that shit to make whatever propaganda to manipulate the masses. That's all it's been. That's why when you see any other minority director, it's try to use that Oz machine, it doesn't work. It always goes bad. And there's specific rules for this machine to work. Like the white man has to be the lead character. If he has a side character, it has to be lesser than the main character. Or if it's the same race, it has to be an understandable conflict. Like think Bucky and Steve Rogers in Civil War. This motherfucking mind control, killing people and all that shit. But oh, he's my friend and all that shit. Which we'll get into Marvel. That's a big part of what's popping right now. So, I mean, we have to kind of talk about that shit. But it's all led up to that. But if you look at it through this lens, finally everything clicks and you'll see why it's the mind of a white man. It's an extension of him. Because early on in Hollywood, it was a lot of pedophilia and all that shit going on. That's exactly an extension of the white man. He portrays himself as a player, easy, charismatic, the good guy, fair and just to all. Like all these qualities and traits that white men don't embody in real life. None of them motherfuckers have traits like that in real life, bro. None of them act like that. Not Spider-Man. No traits like that, which we'll get into because that's a whole psyop. They running a fucking number on y'all heads, bro. Y'all's heads is in a fucking blender. I don't know how you don't see it, but whatever. I'm here to save you. I'm here to help you out, but you gotta fucking listen, okay? Um, so pedophilia was the main thing. Also the tropes of women. Women are small, they're weak, they're pathetic, but mixed with the European standard, beauty standard, which is white women. So it's like, yeah, we know to a certain degree that women are already weak, but at the same time, you want us to believe that white women are superior in the standard and all this stuff. It's like, no, they're not. Like, stop pushing that narrative, but they do it to themselves. White men portray themselves as ultra masculine, can do it, can fix it type of guy, jack of all trades, and it's just not true. But they have to keep that narrative going in order to sell the American dream. White men are the only race of people holding on to the American dream. They're holding on to that shit for dear life. Every minority in America has let go of the American dream, realized this bullshit, moved the fuck on, and we're trying to move on, but they're holding on to that shit so tight, it's literally destroying the same thing they're trying to protect. So the white women trope is just how they're portrayed. Take that and then any other minority women, just degrade it more to what we have now. Like it's long gone are the days of the Laura Crofts, long gone are the days of Sigourney Weavers, all that shit. That's gone, bro. That's gone. You can kiss that shit goodbye. Women they don't even want to do that no more. So moving on to the more modern way of how this machine is used, right? we'll get into the male side of this, because if you're a man and you want to get into that, you have to play the game, you have to play the card. Like, how many times is Tom Cruise gonna finish a impossible mission? Like, how many times we gonna see that shit, bro? How many times is it gonna be Daniel Craig as James Bond, bro? How many times? Like, we keep seeing this shit. How many Supermans? How many Spider-Mans? How many Batmans? It's like they gotta continuously keep doing this shit. But let's say you're a black man or a Hispanic man or Asian man, you want to get into that field. You gotta do some foul shit to yourself, degrade your race, or prove yourself to them in a way that makes you seem trustworthy enough to have this role and be in that lead, you know, which is pretty much kiss a white man's ass, pretty much, to get these roles. You see how that worked out for Jonathan Majors, which we'll get into. But it's funny how they all cry race and everything when it's not comic book accurate. It's not comic book accurate. But the same motherfucker that say that shit, they're all hypocrites. I'll explain to you why. If a black man wants to do a lead with a white woman, he has to wear a dress. It's not what you're thinking. It's not, oh, he's gay, da da da. It's the gay agenda. No. If they want to have a lead in if they want to be the leading man in any upcoming blockbuster film, they have to wear a dress. They have to humiliate themselves to be in the role with a white woman. Perfect example, Will Smith wore a dress. Later, he comes out with that movie Focus with him and Margot Robbie. Boom. Another more recent example, Pedro Pascal wears a dress in the SNL skit or something. Wears a dress. I think he did that shit twice or something. What's the next movie he's in? Fantastic Four, playing Reed Richards, which, mind you, comic book accurate Reed Richards is a white dude. Pedro Pascal is Hispanic. Why the fuck aren't y'all in arms about Pedro Pascal playing Reed Richards when it's not comic book accurate? But once again, he wants to be that leading role. He played the game. He wore the dress because he's not a white man. He's a minority, so he has to play that game, bro. And that's what it is. It's not some, oh, he's gay, bullshit. It's you have to humiliate yourself in front of him, and they signal that to all of them. So anytime you see a minority man wearing a dress, The Rock did it. Next movie he's in, see what time he wore a dress, and then what the next movie was where he was in the white lead action. I think it was like some Disney shit, river boat ride or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Why are you making a movie about that? But he wore the dress. He played the game. He gets to work with a white woman. I think it was Emily Blunt that was in that shit. Yeah, man. That's it. That's the code. That's the code where they have to send signals out to them. So it's once you realize that it's this big machine, I can see that shit. I have wisdom and discernment, so I can see how it works. But in order to destroy it, I can't do that on my own. So that's how the fuck it works, man. And this whole building white men's pride up, they have gotten to a point to where Hollywood has heard them. They know how white men feel about their characters, and they don't want us to touch them. Mind you, it's not us touching that shit. It's the white women in power who know how to push white men's buttons. They're your mothers, sisters, aunts, friends of a friend. They know white men more than anybody. They're the ones pushing your buttons. The whole Gamergate shit. That's not us. That's them. They're touching your toys. Halo, Master Chief, and oh, all this is ruined. Star Wars is ruined. Luke Skywalker's a girl now. Like, bro, black men, Hispanic men, we don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. We really don't. Like, I seen this one dude crying when Luke Skywalker showed up in the end of the Mandalorian, bro. It's like, it's not that fucking serious, bro. Like, plus that shit was CGI. It was horrible as fuck. It looked weird. That's so disrespectful. Mark Hamill is still alive and they CGI'd his shit, bro. This is literally called him ugly, bro. But if they did Luke Skywalker any other way, these motherfuckers would have tore Disney a new fucking asshole, bro. Over that shit. But the important shit, you know, people losing their houses and not being able to afford this, they don't lose their mind over that shit. They lose their mind over whether or not Luke Skywalker is gonna be CGI or not. While Mark Hamill's still there, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm still here. I'm alive. I didn't die yet." Oh man, but that's their culture, man. They put their parents in the nursing home quick, collect that check. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're a burden to them, bro. That's how they roll, bro. That's how they roll. So they have this image of white men, and they got it to the point to where they heard white men that, okay, we hear you guys, we understand, you want it like this, you want to be written like this. They give him Spider-Man: A Brand New Day, and then they're like, now torture him, make him an asshole, and by doing that, they completely ruin Jean Grey. Like, she's not even nobody. She's a bona fide killer at this point. Nobody's gonna forgive her for that. Like, in order to satisfy the white male need to feel persecuted for being great, for just existing, they had to go to that extent to ruin Peter Parker, make MJ hate him, make Ned not even remember him until the last second, and make Jean Grey a complete villain, just killing random people and shit, hurting random people. It's incredible, man. The lengths they'll fucking go to feel justified in their bullshit. But let them have that shit. That's not for us, bro. People wonder why I don't talk about do reviews and shit. It's all female led that I do, because I'm kind of tired of the white male trope, bro. I'm tired of seeing them portrayed as something they're not. They don't embody this shit. They don't go from the movies learning, wow, that Superman movie made me want to be a better person. Maybe I shouldn't terrorize black people. Maybe I shouldn't hate minorities. No, they don't. Nothing fucking clicks in their fucking head. So I'm tired. I'm not watching that bullshit. Then again, I'm not obsessed with white men like they are with our dicks and shit. So you tell me. You tell me, because from my perspective, at least if white women controlled that shit and had their way and could be just on par with that, at least I get something out of it. At least they're hot, you know. With white men, it's like, okay, you're an asshole. I know you can't do that shit. Everything you do is fucking cringe. Or you have to manipulate the story so much so in your favor to where everything you do is justified and you're never the bad guy. Like, I'm just tired of that shit, man. And then they bitch about Mary Sue. Holy shit, what about the Mary fucking man? Whatever that shit is called, bro. Sick of it, dude. But it makes sense. This whole thing is from the Wizard of Oz. It's this whole and the occultic side of it, like the celebrity side of it. Celebrities are the robot or the lion or the scarecrow or Dorothy that goes to the Wizard of Oz. That's their whole journey. They don't have something. They don't have courage, or they don't have anything to truly earn their talent the correct way. So they got to go to the Wizard of Oz, aka Hollywood, aka Weinstein or Nolan, all these big wig directors who are white men, to blow their career up. Tim Burton, he's another one. Got Tim Burton got his hand up Jenna Ortega's puppet, like making her sing like a mother, bruh. Like that's just what they want, and that's some weirdo shit. Like I'm looking at women who are obsessed with white men like as weirdos now, because it really is like they clearly are the problem. They have committed mass atrocities and crimes against humanity to every race. Like, it's always them. And for any type of woman, race of women, to be attracted to them, it's an automatic write-off for me, bro. Like, it's like, you can have them. You can have them, bro. Like, I don't even want to see that shit. Like you want to be happy for relationships and interracial shit like that, because you kind of think, okay, things are getting better. But that specifically, when a white man dates anything other than white women, it kind of just it ticks me off, because it's like, man, your race of like caused so much trauma and mass murder and shit, and you still get to the pick of your litter and stuff. Like, it's disgusting, man. And they just fawn over these guys. Like, all these women had the fucking theater smelling like tuna fish because of the 50 Shades of Grey bullshit, bro. Not once, not two. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Twilight, all that bullshit. Like, oh, bro, it's so fucking disgusting the way they lust after men like that, when reality says otherwise. Top NFL players, black men, majority. Any sports, anything, bro. Physically there, bro. Like, that's why you know it's an agenda. Like, there's some type of spite, there's some type of hate, to where they're trying to manipulate reality, bro. And it's not gonna work, bro. People are waking up to that shit. Your children follow us. Your children look up to us. Like, that's it, bro. There's nothing you could do about it. It's over. You lost. This fucking Wizard of Oz bullshit, white man, machine, propaganda, Hollywood Trump thing, it dies, bro. It dies. And whoever got caught the fuck up in it, bro, that's what you get. So that's what's going on, man. That's if you can't see that shit, it's like this Wizard of Oz shit. Because everything they do is like magic and bullshit. And now we know they've been had alien tech since the fuck whenever, bro. So it's not hard to see. It's just like you have to fill in the details yourself with what you've seen to match what I'm saying, or then you can't misprove what I'm saying, bro. I can see this shit clearly, bro. It's been placed on my heart. I meditate about this shit. I'm not some dumbass. I'm not here for money. I'm not looking for fame or attention or anything like that. If anything, you need to save yourself. So shit, I can live in peace, bro. People need to come to some certain agreement and understanding, or get on some certain page, so people can fucking sleep at night, man. But whatever. Bunch of hypocrites we're dealing with broken egos who trying to convince everybody that they're stronger than what they are. We don't even care. We're actually waiting for white men to create their own culture, and stand on it. One that's not built on war, pillaging, stealing, backstabbing, enslaving others. Black men, we have our own culture. We shared it with everybody. Hispanic men, they had their own culture. They shared it with everybody. Asian men had their own culture. They shared it with everybody. African men, because we know we the chosen people. We have our own culture. Then Africans, they had their own culture. They shared it with everybody. Or we constantly waiting for white men to get on their shit. But they keep trying to hold on to this American dream, this patriotic bullshit, this lie, and they holding on to it for dear life. Like Trump was holding on to hugging the flag and all this bullshit. Got his face coming through the flag. That's his like social media thing. Like, let go of this shit, bro. It's you all been duped. You've been scammed. If you don't make a certain amount of money by now, they're not gonna let you in, bro. It's it. Everybody who's supposed to be locked in is locked the fuck in. And that's why you see their bodies changing and morphing and all that shit. They on that shit now. They trying to perfect how to use it on us. Like whatever new shit that's out, they got it, bro. They're trying to test it and see. Everything's an experiment. I'm trying to tell you. You gotta lock the fuck in. Enough of this bullshit, man. We get it. That every white man trope thing has been made. Everything has been made. Just give it up, bro. Give it up. People aren't gonna care unless it's something that's not y'all or anything like that. And yes, I know. Oh, it sold a building. What about that? Yeah, because the trailer was misleading as fuck. The trailer, everybody thought that it was gonna be like him fighting all the Boomerang and the Hand and Scorpion, all that shit. No, Jean Grey controlling the whole time, bro. What they bamboozled everybody with the trailer. That's why. Let's see how Doom goes after this. Doomsday goes after this. Because that's gonna flop too, bro. It's just they had to bring Robert Downey Jr. back. Meanwhile, he fucking on 6, 7, 8 types of drugs, fucking horrible, got a problem. But they bring him back and get rid of Jonathan Majors. Because Jonathan Majors didn't play the game. He wore the dress, but it was too late at that point. So, hey, Robert, you want some more cash? All right, come on, put the mask on. It's just like, okay, bro, we get it. We tried. We tried with Kang. That they scrapped that shit. They don't want to see a black man that powerful. They can't handle it, bro. It'll shatter their ego. They don't want Kamala Harris, so now we got to deal with Trumpy Dumpty, bro. Shit in his pants and shit, bro. Kamala, she was worse than Trump apparently to them, bro. I don't care. Just let them learn, bro. Let them learn. They're gonna learn the hard way, bro. Just let them learn.